So first up is going to be Fearless. All right, so I think this is a great opener, probably one of my favorite openers that she's done, honestly. I really like the first line when she says there's something about the way the street looks when it just rains. Great writing. I like the vocals and the production. The bridge really stood out for me on this particular song, and it's definitely one of my favorites on this album.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite title track songs. I love this song. It gives me so much nostalgia when I go back to it. And I just can't help but to think about that video of 18-year-old Tay just grooving, dancing around in her kitchen, like, yeah. It's so good. I will forever love this song.
They definitely ate, like, they did what had to be done.
Yeah. I think this is one of her best title tracks and openers. I used to kind of hate on this song a little bit, but I grew to love it. And it's really good.
Whenever they put this song first in the album, this song alone outs the debut. Sorry, has to be said.
No, clock that too.
Like, debut has a couple good songs on it, but this one kind of did what it had to do. But that debut space will be interesting when we finally do get to it. But yeah, good way to start off the album, I think. Now we're gonna move on to track 2, 15. So I think that this is a great song. I know that she wrote this song about her best friend, Abigail. So I appreciate that. I remember her saying that she played it for her. I think she said she had to ask for permission for it to even be on the album. And I appreciate how she was able to kind of tell that story and also have her own wisdom on the track and everything. Because she's kind of just saying whenever you're 15 and you go through certain things or whatever and things don't work out how you wish, you kind of feel like it's the end of the world. But as you get older, you realize that's not the case. Everything's going to work out. But, whenever you're in that state or whatever, it feels like it is the end of the world because, that's how everything is set up for you. So I really appreciate the way that she wrote the track. I really appreciate the song overall. I think it's a really good one to listen to.
I don't know how to feel about this song. I think Fearless is definitely better, but this song, it's good. It's not one of my least favorites, but I don't really listen to it that much. I think the other tracks are better and stand out more to me.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, if I'm gonna listen to a few songs of this album, I wouldn't pick this song, but whenever I listen to the album in full, which I don't do often, to be honest. Listen to the tracks that I like. I do have some skips on this, which we'll get to. I appreciate it for what it is.
I love 15. And I love how whenever she did it as a surprise song, I love that Abigail was in the crowd and she changed the lyric and we both cried, but now it's fine. My heart melted. This song will forever have a special place in my heart, and especially now with my godchild about to be 15, it's like, oh my god, no. I feel old.
That's iconic, though, that you have a whole godchild. Take pride in that, for real.
My girl, my entire world, she's growing up so fast. Stop, slow down. Yeah, I will forever scream the lyrics every time I hear this song. It's a classic. This album really does have superior singles. I love the singles she picked out for this album. Oh, not skip, not one.
All right, now on to track 3, Love Story. Yes. All right, so this is definitely iconic, one of her most popular songs, and rightfully so. Definitely one that I remember hearing, before I really got into her music, and one that I've always really enjoyed. The bridge is definitely one of my favorites from her, and that's saying a lot because she has a lot of spectacular ones all the way out the discography, but I enjoy it. I like the storytelling on this song as well, the instrumentation. I like the key change. I feel like the Taylor's version was very faithful to the original. I think with her big singles, I think you kind of might worry about those being more faithful to the original more than the album tracks and stuff like that, because especially for these, they've been so huge in the public consciousness, and that's how a lot of people discovered her. You just really worry that everything won't be right with those, but she did a great job with this one, so I enjoy it.
Definitely one of her signature songs. I heard one day that she actually wrote this because She was in a relationship, of course, when she was younger, and her parents didn't approve it, so she actually started thinking about Romeo and Juliet, and she painted a picture in that young brain of hers, and she came up with this song. And the fact that this was the first Taylor's version that we ever got since she started doing these re-recordings, I love that she came up with Love Story first. I love that she said that it was one of her favorites to do.
I don't know. This is one of my favorite Taylor songs. Like, even though it's a single and I might be called a local, like, the bridge is so good. Like, also, can I just say that the Taylor's version is way better than the original? I don't know if
Yeah,
anyone
her vocals have
agrees.
come so far. I mean, to be honest, I haven't listened to the original in a bit, so I kind of forget what it sounds like. But I mean, I think this album was pretty easy to know for the vocals with her, honestly.
Yeah.
I definitely noticed a vocal change from the original. I remember it going like, baby, just say yes. And now the Taylor's version is like, baby, just say yes. Like, I was like, okay, you're saying yes a little differently. You stick it to the original, but you're more mature vocals on it now.
I think she actually did change a lyric or two on the Taylor's version for this particular album. I don't remember which songs that it was, but I remember like reading that. So it's kind of interesting to listen to the new versions, and when people compare them to the old versions, like, oh, is she still taking her breath at the same place? How is her vocal delivery changed? Like, what is she keeping? So it's kind of interesting from a creative standpoint, I will say. And now on to track 4, Hey Steven. Can't help myself. Okay, so this song is painfully mid. I don't know if I'm gonna get booed by this, by you guys, or by people when I post this on YouTube. You guys are booing me, but I don't care. This song is no. Out of every song she could have put on the original version of the album, I don't know how this made the cut. You know, we had stronger choices. And there's a part or two I like, but this song is just not really given for me. Never has, never will. And that's basically it. It's going to be a skip.
Absolutely not. This song is
Absolutely
amazing.
not. You must hate fun because this song is so fun
Exactly.
and little giggles in here. It's everything to me. Cute.
I love this
Saying
song.
I hate fun is crazy. I love Rainbow by Mariah Carey. Ain't nobody care about the album, even Mariah herself. I'm all for some good fun, but that's not what this is. This isn't about pure joy. It's not giving that. I'm sorry. It's giving reject album track.
So good.
I don't know how this made it to the album. I don't.
I do. I'm pretty sure Alex agrees with me.
Yeah, I definitely do.
I don't know how y'all seen the vision. I don't.
Out of the 4 songs that we've heard so far, Hey Steven is the best one.
No. You have to be capping. You have to be capping. Like, no. Because, no. After we just came off of Love Story, and you're going to sit up here and say that Hey Steven is the best one, the jokes write themselves.
I feel like Hey Steven is better to me. I don't know.
Even, no. We're just going to have to disagree on that one. I can't see it.
As much as I love Hey Steven, if I seriously had to pick between Hey Steven and Love Story, I would pick Love Story. But I love Hey Steven. I will always go up. I went up for Hey Steven before Taylor's version. Hello.
Now you're doing charity work since the beginning, Crystal. You better than me, child.
No, ma'am. No,
better than me.
Not charity work.
Literally.
I loved Hey Steven before Taylor's version. Okay.
Now we're finally moving on to track number 5, White Horse.
I'm not a princess. This is a fairy tale. It's too late for you and your white horse.
Okay, so now we're finally back to good music. Track 5. What a moment. I really like the bridge on the song. Stands out to me the most. I think about it. Good songwriting, good vocals here. So good palate cleanser for me. Kind of needed this moment.
I feel like I haven't heard the song enough to really have an opinion on it. I've heard it maybe like 5 times, but the chorus is really good. That's all I have to say.
It's not my favorite track 5, but it's a good track 5. I really genuinely want to know. How the hell did she get Stephen Colletti in this video? If you watch Laguna Beach, you know.
Yeah, because I don't even know who that is. I'm not even going to front. Who is that? Like, I'm being serious.
Wait, you've never seen Laguna Beach?
No.
Oh, get the out of here.
When did it come out? When was it, like, popping?
No, it was a big MTV show back in the day. Back in, like, 2004.
I was 4.
Okay,
there we go. There we go.
You're a lamb?
Those are 2 different things. two different things.
Anywho, Steven was one of the main characters on Laguna Beach, which was pretty much, the real OC. It took place in Laguna Beach. It was like staple reality TV on MTV. But yeah, I was like, Steven, what are you doing here? Hello, sir. Baby Tay. Okay. But anywho, good track 5. Not my favorite on the album, but a good track 5.
Now we're moving on to track 6, You Belong With Me. So this song might have to be top 5 on the album, might have to be top 5. And that's kind of just it. Like, when we talk about classics, we're talking about this song. Is it kind of pick me with the lyrics? Yes. However, a bop is a bop. She definitely ate. I love the bridge, and I love the second verse on the song, and the instrumentation as well. The vocal delivery is fun. Definitely a standout track from her career. This is one that I really enjoy listening to for the most part. I think I don't always want to hear it because it is, pretty popular, but really great track overall. Music video was iconic. I mean, what can I say that hasn't been said?
Well, shoot, what can I say now? Go ahead, Alex.
This is one of her biggest songs for a reason. This is like the perfect single. I think this might be my favorite single from the album, but I don't know all of the singles. I really like this song. The bridge is really good. It has a good music video. Like, what more could you want?
This was actually the one I was the most excited to hear when her version came out. Like, I was like, come on, I need this now. I need it now. Like, this was definitely the one I was the most excited to hear. I will forever love this song. Y'all pretty much took the words out of my mouth. Iconic. And, oh God. Why did Kanye have to ruin that moment? Thank God for Beyonce.
Literally. That's a whole sentence.
Taylor,
we'd love
come
to see
here,
it.
have your moment.
And her and Beyonce are still writing for each other to this day. Because like, Beyonce was just at her Eras Tour movie premiere. So, kind of love to see it, I fear.
Oh, I definitely love to see it. I don't even have words. God, I never have words when I come on here.
All right, now on to track 7, Breathe, featuring Colbie Caillat. So this song definitely stands out to me on this album. It kind of feels unique to me even in her discography, and it is one of my favorites, and I like the writing particularly on this song. So definitely a hidden gem in the discography, I will say.
And we're about to disagree all over again. I'm sorry, but it doesn't really stand out too much for me. If I do go back to this album, this is one of the songs I don't really go back to as much. It's not a bad song. By all means, it's not a bad song. I really wish I could have heard Colbie more, though.
I was gonna say that. One thing about Taylor, she featuring a female artist on a song, they're gonna be right on the backup vocal. It's kind of sick, actually.
Man. But anyway, it's also the fact that a lot of people would assume this is a breakup song when in all reality, this is actually about losing a friend, not losing a relationship. She actually lost a friend and wrote this song. But you can take it how you want to take it. This is why she does what she does and she writes what she writes. So you could take it and relate to it in your own certain type of way. Like Clean is another good example, but we will get to it when Taylor's version comes out.
And that's what I really appreciate about the sentiments of the song and stuff, because losing a friend is very tough, and a lot of people don't really talk about how painful that can be, just for like multitude of reasons and stuff, because you expect friends to be around throughout your entire life, and so whenever it doesn't like pan out that way, or there's betrayal that happens, or whatever happens, it can be really disheartening and challenging. So I appreciate her perspective on that.
I don't really listen to this song. I don't really go back to it. I've only heard it a couple of times, but I don't really care for it. It's a cute song, but
Now we're on to track 8, Tell Me Why. Okay, so I like this song. It's not really one that has stood out on the album to me listening to it in the past, but I think it's good for what it's worth, I will say.
I kind of feel like whenever I was re-listening to this, I kind of felt like it was just a little repetitive for me. It's not a favorite. I don't hate it, but it's not a favorite. I don't really have too much input to say about this song?
This is not a favorite at all. It's okay, but I don't go back to it.
Now on to track 9, You're Not Sorry. So this is a good song. I can appreciate it. Again, not one that I go out of my way to listen to, but it's decent for what it is.
Is this the part where I go in and say, "Hello, Joe, welcome to your tape"?
Welcome to Your Tape is crazy.
It's not a bad song. God, I don't really have too much to say about a lot of these songs. I feel horrible because when I was young and Speak Now came out, I used to bump Fearless and Speak Now so hard, but now it's like
Speak Now outsold this album, no shade.
It's more of a nostalgia album. This is more of a nostalgia album for me, so I don't really go back to these tracks as much as I used to.
Sometimes you get really into an album at a particular point in your life, and then after you kind of get out of that era, it doesn't really resonate with you as much as it used to, or like you just associate it with that particular era. I mean, this happened to me, so I can definitely understand where you're coming from with that.
Okay, before I even talk about the song, let me just say that Haunted alone ended the entire Fearless.
Yeah, you ate. Exactly.
But You're Not Sorry, it's better than Tell Me Why. But like you guys were saying, I don't really go back to it. It's just a song. Like, can skip over it. I don't really care for it. There's other tracks that are better.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, you have the standard tracks that made the original album, and then you have the ones that she had for the platinum version of the album. And just listening to some of these songs, I'm like, I don't know why some of the songs weren't switched out in favor of those other songs. Like, there's definitely stronger tracks that should have been on the original version of the album. So I don't know. It'd kind of just be interesting to like ask why certain songs made it. I'm sure some of it's her decision, some of it's a label decision, but it's just really interesting to think about, I suppose.
Like the vault tracks are better than a lot of these songs on here, if we're being honest.
The vault songs, and then you woke up. Please. This is her worst batch of vault songs. Yeah.
No, you spilled. Fearless Vault is trash. Like,
it only got better from here. Red Vault, ooh, it was something serious. She was in her bag when she had the Red Vault.
I haven't fully listened.
I'm just talking about when it comes to like the standard songs on Fearless and the Vault.
They don't even outsell those, if I'm honest. Like, I probably only listen to like Mr. Perfectly Fine.
Yeah, me too.
The rest is kind of. I go back to these songs a lot. I mean, I definitely like the Red Vault tracks and the Speak Now tracks a lot more. But if I had to pick, I would have picked some of these Vault songs to replace some of these standard songs, if you know what I mean.
We all have our own takes, you know. I could see a Vault song replacing Hey Steven, but you know, that's me.
Oh, not Hey Steven.
I don't know why y'all give Hey Steven so much.
Because it's fun and cute. But anyway.
Out of all of Taylor's fun and cute songs to go for, you pick Hey Steven. Let's be serious. Let's wake up, please. I beg.
Alex, I'm getting behind you.
You cannot speak on Hey Steven. Like, White Horse is not even that good.
I don't even stand White Horse like that, but White Horse is definitely better than Hey Steven.
No.
Yes. The original alone ate Hey Steven up.
Absolutely not.
No. Hey Steven is just I'm not getting the praise, but you know, we move. Now on to track 10, The Way I Loved You. So this song, another good song to have on the album, I will say. I like the vocal delivery in the beginning, definitely something that stands out to me, but it's not really what I'm reaching for yet again, but I like it for what it is.
I'm starting to wake up just a little bit now, but I think it's actually kind of crazy. I found out the other day that she hasn't performed this since the Fearless tour. I don't think it's been a surprise song yet.
She ate that.
But I definitely prefer The Way I Loved You over the last couple of songs, though. I think it's a couple of people's fan favorites. It's not a fan favorite for me, but among the Fearless stands that I come across every now and then, some of them go off for the song, and I can kind of see why.
This is literally one of my favorite Taylor songs. Like, how are you guys not getting it? The song is so good. This is
like, I'm getting it, but You Belong With Me is superior.
There's a stronger competition on this album, I fear. We've went over some of the, you know, competitors earlier, and some more will be coming up to play. But, you know, we all have our favorites.
You is better than anything we've heard so far, and I stand
Cat. We're about to get to my favorite song, and then I'm gonna talk about excellence. The song was cute, but we have stronger competition out there, I will say. Now on to track 11, Forever and Always. So, thoughts, piano version outsold. Easily. I don't really understand how people prefer the original version. You know, you're downvoting me, Alex, but the truth had to be told. It's just two completely different vibes, honestly. There's really something that's so somber about the piano version, and it just kind of is different. It just feels a lot more emotional than the upbeat version of it. You know, I think the juxtaposition can be cool, I will say, but the piano version just ate. Like, there's nothing else to say. Like, the original version, no. But the piano version, like, that's just gonna do it for me every time.
The piano version, for me, that's the one I go back to the most. When I go back to Fearless, I go back to Forever and Always a lot. And while I understand the upbeat and I can understand some of the praise the original version gets, I go towards the piano version more because the simple fact when you listen and you hear her voice, it's more raw. It feels more raw and emotional for me. I feel like that makes the song a lot better.
Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to say, but you found the right words. Exactly. It's just a different level.
And she sung it different too. Like, there was actual silence after she said silence. I said, oh, that just hit me where it hurt the most, but in the best way possible.
I don't know how you guys prefer the piano version. Like, I guess I could see why, but the original is just too good for me. I don't know. This is probably my second favorite.
Because I'm a piano hoe, that's why.
I mean, I am too, but the original is just too good.
I'm glad Crystal and I are seeing eye to eye on this one. I will say,
when I think about original version, I picture Taylor throwing couches on that Fearless stage. Because she's so angry, and we all know who this song's about. We all know who this is about. Do we even have to say names?
That's what's really great about Taylor's songs is she makes them, like, very specific and very detail-oriented. So I just really appreciate her get this a songwriter in terms of that. And now we're on to track number 12, The Best Day. Okay, so now we are on to real supremes of this album, stands of the song, Let's Rise. Because this is the best song on the album. I know a lot of people disagree with me. I really don't care. She ate. And this song kind of makes me emotional in a sense just because, you know, she's talking about her mother and all the bullying that she went through in school, and her mother was the one who was, like, really there for her and encouraged her and, like, all of these things, and just, like, dedicate a song to her and just read it so beautifully. I do get emotional about that in a sense most of the time when I do listen to the song, and I really love the bridge on here as well. She said, like, I have an excellent father, his strength is making me stronger, God smiles on my little brother inside and out, he's better than I am, like, the tears, like, oh, this one is just excellent. One of my favorite Taylor songs of all time, my most played on this album by far.
When I go back and listen to the album, I'm going to remember that because I had no idea that's what the song was about. So when I listen again, I'll have that in mind.
We love Mama Swift. We love Miss Andrea. It is just something about the songs that she has written just for her mom. Like, I'm Only Me When I'm With You. We're not going to talk about that Lover song because it gets me too damn emotional, but it's something about songs that she has written about her mama that always gets me in the best way possible. I love this song.
It's just too excellent. Like, the pen truly was penning. Like, I just love everything about it. I'm so happy to finally get to the song you give us the praise because people never talk about it. So definitely had to have its moment for me. And now on to track 13, Change.
Because these things will change.
So this song has definitely grown on me. I used to not like it very much, and then as I listen to it more, I am appreciating it more than I did in the past. And I saw this TikTok recently, or this tweet, and someone was just kind of pointing out the difference from this and the original, and this one dusted the original. Like, the original, I, have some words that aren't very positive, but, she cleaned it up, made it a lot better. The vocals are improved, stronger, so I like it. I do.
Honestly, all of the old Fearless songs were horrible, but that's another conversation for
Yeah,
another
she's
day.
gotten a lot better as a singer, so I think that's one of the incentives for me listening to the re-recordings is the vocals are much improved, especially on this one. I think this was the easy album to master vocally.
Yeah. I love the
Talk about
song.
how she killed that long note, that
Yeah.
hallelujah.
See, that's what I was saying whenever I said the vocals are much stronger. Like, she really has improved with time, so I appreciate that. I do.
This might be one of my favorites. I don't know.
One of your favorites? Okay.
Wait, nobody gets changed like I get changed. Like, it's just really good. I don't know.
I get it, Alex. I get it. I love change. I actually really enjoyed that this was actually the closer for the standard edition.
Yeah. I feel like this is kind of sister songs to like Long Live. Like, kind of giving me that vibe. I don't know. This song also kind of gives me the vibe of like a political campaign. Like, play the song in the background. Sorry. Like, Obama era. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. But, you know, it's cute for what it is. I will say that.
The Christian good girl came out and she brought me to church.
Brought you to church? Okay. I see you.
We all know Taylor is a Christian. I mean, come on. She took me to church for a second here. She was always raised to be a good girl. Just like she mentioned in Miss Americana. You know, Christian values.
Miss Americana dusted this song, no shade.
No, I'm talking about the documentary.
I know that's what you're talking about. I know that's what you're talking about. But the song, oh, see, I stand that song before the tour.
Yeah, me too. Can we just talk about how gagged I was when I found out that was the opener?
Yeah, she ate
crazy
that.
day.
She ate that. Having that as the opener, I'm glad people woke up to that song, but I saw it from the beginning. That was brilliance.
Me too.
One of her best songs, I fear. All right, now we're moving on to track 14, Jump Then Fall. So when I talk about songs that should have made the standard version, I present this song. How did this not make the cut? I'm not understanding. The vocal delivery was fun for me. This is one of my favorites off of this album. I just feel so good when I listen to the song. And so I had to give it its 10s, and that's that.
I think this song is definitely better than some on the standard edition. I don't know how Tell Me Why made it, and a couple of other songs that I'm not going to mention because people will get mad, but cough, cough, white horse. What the hell was that sound?
Oh my god, that was the ding. Like
that was the buzzer. There's a soundboard on here. If you click on the wand, then it gives you a bunch of different things to click on. So
I understand the praise for this song. No, I truly do. This should have been on the standard album. I agree. It could have easily replaced Tell Me Why. You know, she's cute. She's a fun time.
All right, now moving on to track 15, Untouchable. Come on. So Crystal was talking about one of the songs being really repetitive earlier, and that's how I felt about this song. Like, before I re-listened to most of the album for the space, I was like, I guess I have to listen to the song again. And I wasn't looking forward to it because I remember not liking the song. And re-listening to it, I like it more than I did in the past, but due to how repetitive it is, I don't see myself revisiting it. I know it's a cover. I have not heard the original version of the song. I heard that she changed it, and that's that.
This song is so
This was
boring.
the cover?
Yeah, I don't know who she covered, but I mean, that's what I read, so.
Oh, wait, I never knew that. This song is really boring, though. The song is a big fat skip, but let me just let Crystal talk. That's all I have to kind of say.
It's a skip for me, too. Just like Tell Me Why, she's repetitive here, too. But I appreciate her vocal delivery here. Can we talk about the vocal delivery? Okay, that's a big fat no.
Vocals were definitely put on the song. And that's that.
She had a good vocal delivery. I can praise her for that.
And now on to track 17, Come In With the Rain. This top 3 on the album. Sorry, it must be said. This one, I think, was another grower for me, but once I really got hooked on it, it's definitely one of the ones that I come back to whenever I'm going to cherry pick a few songs off the record. The vocal delivery is among some of my favorite off the album. I like the lyrics on here as well. I like the production. So yeah, definitely a favorite for me. And, you know, definitely a pickup. So I appreciate that. I do.
Okay, I guess I'll go next.
Alex said he hasn't heard the song, so...
How dare you? Anyway, but yeah, I do enjoy this song. I need to listen to it some more to get to Anastasia's level of praise, but I can understand the praise. It's a good song. Don't really have too much to say though.
Now we're gonna move on to track number 18, Superstar. Okay, that's enough. I do not like the song, have never liked the song, and never gonna see it for the song. The song is so painfully boring. I don't know why she recorded it. And for such a great title, the song is so lackluster. Very disappointing to me, honestly.
This album has a lot of skips. I'm not even gonna lie. This song is so boring. I feel like the album kind of falls short at the end, and the vault tracks are kind of boring too. So yeah, it's not a good look for this album.
For this album to be the most praised country album at the time, I don't understand it because, like Alex said, there are so many skips on here, this being one of them. And I don't really have too much to say.
Most of Taylor's peers in country at that time were so boring. So I think that's why it stood out. Like, she really came up. She was like getting all the awards at such a young age. And whenever you compare it to what else was out at the time, I kind of understand it. But in comparison to everything else that she's done, especially her other country work like Red,
Speak Now is definitely better.
Speak Now outsold, and then Red outsold Speak Now.
No, it did not, but that's
yes,
another
it did.
topic for another
Red
day.
has Begin Again, it has Starlight, it has Treacherous.
Speak Now has Haunted, I Can See, it has everything.
But Speak Now doesn't have Holy Ground, now does it?
It doesn't need it.
Okay, if we're speaking strictly Yeehaw Taylor, I will go out for Speak Now. Because of the simple fact, Red is an amazing album, don't get me wrong, but there are pop songs.
Yeah.
It is country pop, I will give you that, but it definitely outsold Speak Now.
No, I mean, I can see why you think that. Red is really good, and it's up there with a Speak Now and Folklore. Which, speaking of Folklore, I said I didn't like it and that it was overrated, but it's kind of top 3 now.
You finally see the vision. Wait, what's your favorite Taylor album?
Speak Now.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I switched up because Red, I used to not really give it its 10s, but now I truly do.
So Alex has a thing with third album, you know. His favorite Britney album is Britney.
Oh, that's true.
Understandably.
Oh, yeah. Britney is one of her best albums. Wait, what's your favorite song on the Britney album? I have to know.
Me?
Yeah.
I Run Away.
Ooh, you hate.
Alex is such a
I've loved that song forever.
That should have been a single. Sorry.
It really should have.
I think it was like a B-side to like I'm a Slave for You or something like that, but it should have been a single. And Cinderella should have been a single too. I don't know why they didn't release that. Max Martin produced that. That had hit written all over it. I will never understand why they didn't release that as a single. Ugh. But that's definitely
also,
one of her best
What
songs.
It's Like to Be Me.
Oh yeah, they ate.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
All hits.
Yeah. Wait, Crystal, what's your favorite song on Britney?
Oh, off the top of my head, I can't pick. It is so hard when it comes down to Britney.
You can't pick, really?
It's hard for me, but
it's so easy to pick a favorite song.
Out there for me, though.
What?
It's definitely out there for me.
Okay. I mean, for me, it's pretty easy to pick like a favorite. At most, I might be torn between one song, but if you ask me to pick my favorite song off of every Marren album, I could do it. I've listened to them enough. Like, I know at this point. I even have a Marren top 10 like ready.
Maybe we should do Britney albums soon for like a space.
Yeah.
Oh, we're actually gonna, Alex, you should be there. We're doing we're trying to do a
in the zone
space.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
I need to listen to the album and brush up on it because that's not really one of my favorite Britney albums, if I'm being honest with you. So I need to re-listen.
If you know me, you know I hate on In the Zone.
Real.
Like, I'm paid for it, but it's actually a good album, but not better than Britney, not better than Blackout.
Thank you. It's not even better than Circus. Yep, I said it.
Nope.
Circus 8. I don't care.
Thank you for acknowledging the work of art that Circus is. I'm so sick of people hating on it.
Unusual You was one of her best songs. Sorry.
You get it. And Blur too.
Yep, see? The fact you have similar tastes, I have to respect it. But now we gotta get into the next song. Now on to track number 19, The Other Side of the Door. This top 5 on the album. Easily. She ate. The rent was due. It was that serious. And That's all I can really say. So good.
I'm gonna let Alex go. I kind of like being last here.
This is definitely better than some of the standard tracks. That's all I have to say. This song it's cute.
And we agree. This is everything y'all said. It definitely deserves more praise, though.
And now on to track 20. Today Was a Fairytale. So, again, cute, but not really one that I check for, to be honest, and that's that.
Yeah, I don't really check for it either. It's cute, but I mean, I don't really have to listen to it.
I understand why this was not on the original Fearless. It was kind of just like a small little droplet that just came about during this era. Not a favorite.
Now on to track 21, You All Over Me, featuring Marren Morris.
Like the dollar in your pocket, been spent and traded in.
Yeah, I can't do this anymore. I had to end it. Sorry. You know, I remember I did my reaction to this. I feel like in that I said that it was good. I think there are good elements about the song. The song overall, I don't really listen to it. I think that out of all the vault tracks, this is the worst out of all of them. And that's that. You know, it just isn't particularly memorable for me.
Honestly, she was just doing shit on this album because what the
Literally.
fuck is Taylor? Come on now. I hate. You know what? Hate is a strong word. I prefer not to listen to this song. It's a big fat skip for me.
Same. I can understand why this one was in the vault. I'm sorry. There are other songs that are better than this.
No, she was taking it out of the vault to be nice because Taylor.
She had to have better stuff in the vault than this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Out of everything to choose, you picked this. It's kind of nasty, honestly.
Whenever this album came out, I was watching the album reaction to it, and the YouTube reactor in question was saying she was coming up with a crazy conspiracy, like, oh my god, is this clean before it was clean? And I was just like, no, this was not clean before it was clean. No, I disagree. No, I don't know why
That's so disrespectful, honestly. Why would you say that? You're gonna pin a masterpiece
and I usually love this particular YouTuber's content, but I disagreed with her so hard on this song. I don't know why this was the first vault track release. She should have done Mr. Perfectly Fine first. That would have got us more hype. I'm sorry.
You make some points, I will say. Now on to track 22, Mr. Perfectly Fine.
Mr. Perfectly Fine, Mr. Always at the right place at the right time.
So this is probably the best vault track out of the bunch. Most likely the one that I listen to the most often. And yeah, this is really enjoyable to listen to. I like the production, I like the vocals, I like the progression of the song, I like the lyrics.
What do you mean? This is the best vault track on Fearless. I don't understand why this was not the original album. Whoever made her keep this in the vault, jail.
Even though I'm not crazy about this song, it is the best vault track, and this vault is kind of sad, but I don't even go back and really listen to this song a lot, so...
Yeah, I feel like I listened to it the most when it came out of the vault songs, but kind of left the other vault songs in the dust, I fear.
Yeah, I agree.
Now on to track 23, We Were Happy.
You threw your arms around my neck. I deserved it.
Yawn, yawn, and yawn. There's nothing else I can say.
I can appreciate that she had Keith as background vocals as a feature on the next song, but like Anastasia said, actual yawn. I'm sorry. I did not expect these vault tracks to be as sad as they were. I was expecting Red to have the saddest shit, but I was so wrong.
You know, I just got done yawning, and I'm not even kidding.
Literally. The fact that it brought a yawn out of all of us.
This song is so boring. I think the problem with this album is a lot of the songs, and I mean a lot of the songs, sound similar. You have iconic and actual good albums like Red and Speak Now, and even though they're country albums, they're still versatile, unlike Fearless, so I think that's the problem.
She should have kept it in the vault. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I understand Joe broke her heart, but it could have stayed. I'm sorry.
Some stuff just never needs to see the light of day. And that's that. Now we're on to track 24, That's When, featuring Keith Urban.
That's when I'll be waiting at the front gate. I said I know that I did you wrong, made mistakes.
So I really like this song. For me, it's probably the second best vault track, and I really like Keith Urban's feature on here. I feel like his voice complements hers pretty well. I like the lyrics, I like the progression of the song, so it's a good track. In my opinion, stands out among some of the other songs on this album.
Even though I'm not crazy about this song, it's still better than the other vault tracks besides Mr. Perfectly Fine. It kind of stands out a little bit. I feel like the production is a little bit different, and the vocals too.
I like that she actually, included Keith, because I know around this time, I think it was before the Fearless tour, I know she opened up for him. But the fact that she brought him back for this era, I can appreciate that. It's something about Taylor and male vocalists. I don't know what it is, but Taylor and male vocalists.
Depends on the song for me. Some of them are misses, like Exile, The Last Time.
No, we're not going back there.
No.
We're not going back there. Come on. Exile.
Some of them aren't good, I'm sorry. Evermore the song.
TV space is gonna be hell.
Come on.
Yeah, there's 30 songs on that, so I know we're gonna be there forever. Especially talking about All Too Well.
Yeah,
the editing is about to go crazy for that one.
That album has a lot of her best songs on it.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one though, to be honest.
Me too.
All right, now on to track 25, Don't You.
Don't you say you've missed me, don't know how much I feel of you still so well.
What do you have to say, Alex?
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because I can't deal with this, man. It's insane how horribly Red Vault and Speak Now Vault just washes Fearless Vault. I can't.
Yeah, I agree about that. This song,
Snooze.
I kind of forgot how it went until I just listened to it. And that is kind of how it goes for some of these vault tracks. It's just not necessary. And that's that. Now on to the 26th and final track, Bye Bye Baby.
Bye bye to everything, bye baby.
So that line where she says, "You took me home, but you just couldn't keep me," it was kind of reminding me of Should Have Said No off of her debut, which is one of the best songs on debut, easily. And the song was definitely recorded, and it's okay, but that's it.
Even though, like,
I literally let out the biggest yawn before this song came on. Like, I'm sorry, but Bye Bye Baby.
Yeah, it's called that for a reason.
End of the album. We're done. We're through. Bye bye.
Yeah, it's called Bye Bye Baby for a reason, I think. I'm not crazy about it. I think it's better than, like, a couple of the vault tracks. Like, the vocals, I can appreciate that. The vocals ate on this song. It's better than some of the other vault tracks, but it's still a flop. Like, I don't listen to the song.
And now let's tap into our overall thoughts on this album. So I will say that this is a good album. Miles better than the debut. I think that there's some more standout songs. Kind of like you were saying earlier, Alex, I agree that some of these songs kind of are just too similar in terms of like the sentiments or even the production. So some of them just get lost on the shuffle. And I kind of wish she would have been more strategic about the track listing and which exact songs made it, because I think she could have made a stronger body of work if she would have put some of the platinum songs or some of the vault songs on like the original. Like if I made my dream track list, there could be a version with no skips. There could be, possibly. But yeah, this won her album of the year at the Grammys, biggest country album of all time. So I like it for what it is. I think that the new version is significantly better than the original and all that. But I feel like her country work after this is just superior. But, it's a good album, I will say.
Yeah, overall thoughts, definitely better than debut. I think it deserved all of the Grammys, but I don't know how White Horse won Grammys over You Belong With Me or Fearless, but you know what? Anyways.
I think it just depends on the category, though, to be honest. Yeah. Like, it's probably easier to win for Best Country Song than it is, like, Record of the Year. Some categories are just more competitive.
Yeah, but this album's way stronger than Debut. Debut has a couple of good songs. I think the problem with this album, and I said it before, a lot of the songs sound similar and it gets repetitive, but it has a couple of good songs. Like, some of these songs on here are her best songs in her catalog. So, I mean, I can appreciate this album.
It's definitely more of a nostalgia album for me. I don't go back to this one a lot, but some of her most signature iconic songs are on here, so we have to give her 10s for that at least. It is better than Debut, but it's not as good as Speak Now I'm Red.
I don't like the album cover for the Fearless Taylor's version. I will say, like, I wish that they wouldn't have put the filter on it. It was not
I actually
necessary
love
at all.
it. I like the cover personally.
Would I be wrong to say that I like the stolen cover better?
Yes, you
The
would.
stolen cover did not eat either. Neither did the platinum cover. That's like one of her worst album covers, I think.
Yeah, the stolen cover.
If I had to pick between the stolen cover and a TV cover, I'm sorry, I had to go with the stolen cover.
The
You're
old
having a
covers look so
mid-off.
cheap.
Yeah.
If I
Especially
had to
the
pick
platinum
between those
edition.
two
I
covers,
appreciate the sentiment of like the cover, like,
Oh.
her hair is going everywhere, strategic, fearless. That's what she's trying to do, but the execution of it is a fat no. Someone had 5 minutes in Photoshop and they said, I'm gonna see what I can do.
The
And
platinum
I can't
edition is
allow
so
it, I'm sorry.
bad.
Literally. Like, come on.
alrighty. I think that's pretty much it.
Well, this was fun. I had more fun doing this than I thought, to be honest. I wasn't really looking forward to this one because we just had Evermore, which was a lot of fun, and then Reds after this. So, but I had a good time talking about it with you guys. So thanks so much for showing up. Crystal, thanks for co-hosting with me again. I appreciate you. But yeah, we'll hopefully do Red sometime in the next coming weeks. I don't know exactly when, but it'll probably be on a Thursday because I know that's what day works best for you. But yeah, just keep out and I'll tweet about it and I'll edit this, throw it up on my YouTube in a couple days, hopefully. If not a couple days, then sometime next week. But thank you guys so much and see you next time.
Can't wait for Red.
Thank you.